I want to advertise Microsoft. Let me move my Xbox controller.
Hold on a second.
We are about to go live, and I'm going to go ahead and say, welcome, Giants fans, to the 2025 draft night.
Let's go,
We're here.
baby!
We're
Woo!
finally
Let's
here.
go. Come on, Big Blue. This is a
Let's
big
go,
night for us.
baby.
They're saying we got the magic spot. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's pick 3. We're going to be right there in front. I don't know what you guys feel, but I feel excited and anxious and nervous all at the same time.
Oh, this is what we've all been waiting for. It's the off-season Super Bowl. Of course, thank you guys for both having me back on again. It's a real honor
Of
and
Yes,
course.
pleasure.
Matt.
Of
We
course.
welcome
Real,
back Matt
real.
for his expertise as a Giants fan and his one-liners.
Yeah. Thank you. Look forward to tonight. Been anxious this last couple days leading up to this draft process and trying to just stay off of X and stay off of Facebook and Instagram. I'm ready. I'm tired of these mock drafts. We're ready to fire away.
Oh my
Ready
God,
to
the mock
fire away.
drafts. It's like the
Whew.
rehashing of the mock drafts and everybody. It's wild.
Stresses me out.
It
The what
certainly does.
ifs. The what
So
ifs
many
of
what ifs
who's going to
tonight.
trade. Yeah,
Oh
who's going to
man.
trade for picks. They got Travis
Oh
Hunter up there.
man.
I want to welcome
Ah, man.
already in our chat. We've got Rams Radar with Payo Time. John
Okay.
Connor. John Connor is somebody I think that knows Matt, right? You know
Sure.
John? Okay, I don't know. Maybe John doesn't know him.
Sure.
Well,
We'll go with that.
John, welcome. I thought you were one of Matt's friends because Matt, like his friends, end
John,
up
it
popping in.
probably is. It probably is.
John, do not
Yes,
take offense.
that did not take offense.
If he has his
The
last
name.
name in there, I probably would know. It probably is, but I appreciate it.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, man. Guys, do we think the Giants are trading? I don't think we're going to trade the pick. We can't.
Oh man,
I've heard this
that can't
ridiculous
happen.
situation that they would.
Oh man, it's just so crazy. I mean, we could trade the pick, but I think we have a lot of uproar, especially in the greater New York metropolitan area, just because where we're at. I mean, you need a quarterback. I know that this GM coach is on the hot seat,
Hmm.
but they're going to have to address it either on day one or day two. We've heard it from countless people, on multiple various sources, so. I mean, there's already buzz going on tonight that Jackson Dart could be the second quarterback off the board. I mean, I don't know what you guys have thoughts on that. I know we heard Shador so much. We've heard Shador from being the top 2 pick in the
Hmm.
draft, and we've heard him to be being a day 2 pick. So, last quick thoughts before we actually get into the nitty-gritty of the draft here tonight.
I think
Son,
I think Shador Sanders possibly could drop. I would not be surprised if he drops to the second round. And when you think about Cam Ward being there, you got Dart. Uh, if the Giants somehow go left and decide to go for Will Howard, I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm gonna have a heart attack, actually.
Well,
But I say it's a no-brainer here. You get Abdul Carter at 3, and you just keep it pushing to the second round because we
oh,
only have one pick in the first round.
yeah, pretty much.
Just beef up the
Um,
defense.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we'll see what's gonna happen. I think this Giants team, I was just reported that they were really trying to angle their way up to the number 1 pick. They were trying to trade and trade up. I don't know what the heck they were going to deal out for that.
What are they gonna give? The franchise money? Like, what were they gonna give?
I
What?
I also heard that as well. I've heard that them trying to trade up for a third rounder, and that's just not going to be enough. I mean, you're sitting at 3. The Titans pretty much, already have it right on the front dead and center. They're taking Cam Ward. It's just pretty obvious. It's got to just turn
Hmm.
in the paper at this point. But
Yep.
I mean, we could have had him, of course, but we had to win the last couple games. But or last game, we won like I think week 17 against Colts.
Meaningless
Um,
win. Meaningless.
but no, but here we are,
Here
so
we are.
It is what it
And
is.
I want to say before we see what's going on here on the draft, as the commissioner's getting booed, but anyway,
As
um,
always.
John Connor says that his sources indicate the Steelers are caving in and signing Terry Bradshaw so they have a fighting chance again.
oh God. Oh man. Wouldn't that be a
Oh
sight for
man,
sore eyes, huh?
that'd be
It
crazy.
would be.
Oh man. Oh, they got a big crowd there tonight. Huge
They really
crowd.
do. It's
These
filling the
people have
stadium.
they have filled Lambeau Stadium tonight.
Everybody called
Hmm.
off of work.
I remember when the draft was in Philly and I went there in 2017. That was a very cool experience.
Was it?
So, yes, yes, they had all the rings from like the first ring all the way up until the recent ring, and just seeing how that trajectory went with the technology and the jewelry and just having all those kids there. It's a great family friendly environment. So I'm really happy what the draft has done in the last few years, besides just going to the same Radio City for
Oh,
sure.
well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought it was in the stadium. It's not. It looks like it's next to the stadium, maybe. It's outside in like a parking lot. I don't know. I don't know what this is. It's
Hmm.
just
That's the parking lot, all right. It's crazy. It only fills half of one lot. Puts in perspective how big those parking lots are.
Oh
yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
for
It's I don't
sure.
know what it is. It's just not the stadium, but there's a lot going on. There's some wait, is that Little Wayne?
Yeah, he's up
Yes,
there.
he is. Yeah, that's
I
him.
was gonna say something, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for my mom to say
The
something.
goat himself. Of course, they're bringing all back the greats. Oh, they got Mason Crosby there. Oh, wow. They got a lot of greats there. That's wonderful for Green Bay. Little
Yeah, but I know
Wayne.
they love
There you
that.
go. There you go.
Isn't Wayne a big Packers fan?
Ah,
He
Packer
made
super fan.
he made that song
Little
Green and Yellow.
Wayne.
Remember he made Green and Yellow? I don't know if you remember that.
How you know what? You just think about how far Little Wayne has come.
Yeah.
The guy is now invited to be on stage at a draft.
He was also on if you remember he was
Wait a
on
minute, someone's talking about Donald Trump.
uh-huh.
wait, what? How are we getting political in the NFL draft?
This.
Somebody's reading a Trump message.
Lil Wayne, man.
Oh, they said something funny. I'll let you guys listen. They're probably on a little bit of a delay.
My
That's
fellow
actually pretty funny.
Americans, the Bears still suck. Now we know that the president did not send that message, but it's hysterical. But Green Bay is going to be Green Bay, and they're going to make jokes, and they're at home. So there you go.
I will say this though, in terms of the Giants faithful listening in, this really is. I've never been so hyped for a Giants draft in recent memory, just because this could turn the trajectory of our football team for the next potential 10 to 15 years, especially if we get a franchise quarterback,
We can
and
Absolutely.
we can only hope.
that's huge.
We
Hoping for the
and
best
Very
for sure.
huge.
the thing is, though, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen at 3. If they don't get a quarterback. I mean, but they do have later picks, much later picks. But there's always the diamond in the rough situation,
Yep.
where you could have someone who's like a Mr. Irrelevant type situation.
Yep.
Although we don't have that pick, but I guess if it was our last pick, he would be a Mr.
Hmm.
Irrelevant.
That's
But
Oh, for sure. For
Titans are
sure.
on the clock, so everything they're keeping things moving. Yeah,
Yeah,
they keep
the draft is officially open. The Titans are
yes,
ready to roll.
10 minutes for a pick?
10
yes,
minutes
but
for a pick.
maybe they won't need to take that long.
Hold
Uh-uh.
on. If Travis
No.
Hunter is available somehow at 3, we better take him. If that happens, which
It,
I don't think it
well,
will,
I've
if
heard
that
some
happens,
rumors already happening that Cleveland's looking to move off that number 2 overall pick.
oh
I'd just be
Christ.
curious to see who moves up in front of
It
the
better
Giants to
not
take.
be.
I wonder who it's going to be, but it's one of those things where the Browns and the Giants all week have been kind of playing musical chairs here, looking to move off of the pick. So we'll see what happens in the next few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. And the nerves are already kicking in. My stomach hurts. I'm not okay.
Wow. So the Giants, Adam Schefter, he was just saying just now, Giants try to move up to 1 and try to trade multiple ones to get up there. So they really
That's
liked Cam Ward to
crazy.
move up. That's pretty wild. And that's the crazy thing.
I
Like
don't
I
think
don't
it's
know how
worth
you guys
that.
feel. I'm not sold on Cam Ward either. Like
No.
I think he's a good prospect, but I don't think he definitely wasn't the best out of the last year's quarterback class. He wouldn't be picked
Mm-mm.
number 1 overall. So I
Yeah,
mean, I still like him. But I just don't know if he'll. There's always going to be the what ifs and stuff. Yes, he's already on the phone, so he's ready to roll. But I don't know. There's a lot of what ifs.
a lot of what ifs.
they got to go to the right system, the right coach, the right scheme, the
Yep.
right GM, coach,
Mm-hmm.
surround himself with talent, good
Absolutely.
offensive line, good receiving core, the whole nine. And that's super important to
Yeah,
any of these
absolutely.
players going to their respective franchises. So,
And
so it's gonna be fun.
we definitely need to
A
make
lot of
sure that
fun.
offensive line is good though, because it doesn't seem like it's really going anywhere. And it feels
Speaking of the
like
offensive line, let's see. I don't know. Would you both? It's a quick panel before the question, before we get into the Giants pick. What type of deal? Talk about our offensive lineman. Would you trade to potential get your a quarterback? Would you consider moving Neil off? Would you consider moving Thibodeau? I mean, some of the picks. What
I
are
know
both
I know what
your
the son is
thoughts?
gonna say.
get rid of Evan Neal. Evan Neal could go. Thibodeau, I want to
For
keep.
sure.
I want to keep Thibodeau, man. I want to give him one more year. Give him one more shot. He had a bad year in a bad transition from Wink Martindale to I don't even remember the fool's name, who came from the Titans, who made
Uh-huh.
our run defense much worse. Um,
I don't
I
even
Sure.
feel
remember
I feel
him.
like give him one
Yeah.
more shot. Just maybe he'll get the hang of it. I don't know. Losing Aziz Ojolari hurts, but if we do get Abdul Carter, let's see what he does with somebody else on the other side of the
Hmm.
line,
Yeah.
occupying that double team attention.
Yeah.
Because
For
when he's
sure.
double teamed, he just becomes an edge. He
I
just sets the edge, and that's it.
I see
We,
what you're. Go ahead.
I just want to say we got some comments in the chat. Frank Shanko, which is that your dad?
That is
Who's
my
Frank?
father. Yes, he is.
Hi, Frank. He says, you know that Howie Roseman will make a great trade and select another stud defensive player from Georgia, Jalen Walker, possibly.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Yeah,
Yeah. John
that's Howie
Connor.
for you.
John Connor said if the Tennessee picks Shador, the Jags will own the AFC South for a decade.
Oh, the Jags. Oh
Oh
man,
man.
I don't
I
know
Oh
don't
about
know.
Trevor
man.
Lawrence. I don't
Doesn't
know about
sound
Trevor
exciting.
Lawrence, but I mean,
Yeah, doesn't sound
but
exciting either way. Just saying.
But anyway, I wanted to segue a little bit. I know you said something about Thibodeau, but keeping him around for another year, I'm just not sold on him as a player. I think the
I
issue
understand that.
coming up to the player option, I don't want to pay all these guys, especially if you get Abdul Carter at three. You're gonna have to invest so much in your defense, and I think it's a little bit too heavy on that into being able to do that. We're gonna rather just kind of spread the wealth, if you will, with the football team you got, but. It
Yeah,
just
and keeping Dexter Lawrence too it would be unrealistic. You're right.
For sure.
It'd be
And that's my
unrealistic.
only problem because you can't have him as a Thibodeau as a rotational player, especially in 3-4. You
No,
just can't. You
not
just
what
can't.
you'd want to what he's gonna ask for to pay him at least
Because
to
yeah,
keep
he's
him
gonna
there.
ask for top money being a top five pick. I mean, it's just same with Saquon. I mean, I know Saquon has his injury prone, but I mean he demanded big money on the
Except
market.
for the 2024 season, but besides
Yeah, out of nowhere, all
For
of a sudden
sure,
he was
for
fine.
sure.
all of a sudden he was fully healed. But anyway, let's not digress. Um, John Connor says he should have a podcast. Wait, he says Matt went to Temple, and then so you do know John Connor. He says he seems like he knows your dad. Is that true?
Probably.
How come you don't
That's
know this
John
guy?
Connors. Yeah. Oh man, I'm like probably.
He seems
I
to
feel
know
bad
you.
because I'm drawing a blank on the name, so I do apologize. If I'm
I'm gonna
sure
take a
if I
sip of
saw
water
him,
on that.
I maybe he's disguised as another person. I don't know, but
Maybe.
I don't know. John Connors,
Uh,
yeah,
He could be troll. He could be trolling for all you know.
also, that
he's.
was a character in Terminator, wasn't that the
Oh
John
yeah.
Connor?
Oh
Oh yeah,
shoot.
that's right, John
Oh
Connors. Yeah,
shoot.
that's right. Maybe that's what's throwing me off for sure, for sure. Oh man, I mean,
That's
he knows my
hilarious.
father. I
The
went to
Titans
Temple. He
pick is
knows a lot
in.
about me. Yes, it is. Pick is in.
All right.
Oh man. My heart's just racing, and our pick is not even there.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm just
Well, I
like,
mean, this could change. Wait, he said, Maddie, it's your old neighbor.
It's my old neighbor. What
What
at
school did you go to?
I went to Temple,
Okay, so were you maybe you were neighbors with him at Temple because he mentioned Temple
possibly,
earlier.
possibly, maybe.
I'm just going to say that maybe during COVID,
I
Matt
don't
had
know.
got some COVID
He's
memory
probably
loss.
texting me. He's probably gonna text me right now and be like, "What the heck? What the heck?" Here we go. Pick is in. Here comes the commish.
Okay, here he comes.
Oh God.
Why
Do-do-do-do-do.
is he trying to look all cool?
Because everybody hates him.
The
Yeah,
booing is bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Oh
He said,
God.
"Come on."
there it is. All right. That's no surprise.
Yep.
That's not a
All
surprise.
right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Cam Moore. There. There you
There it
go.
is.
All right. Well, that was expected.
That's
Next.
that. I'm gonna try my best not to spoil it because well, obviously it seems like we're on a delay and that's okay.
All of us are different, but I have multiple things. I have the NFL app updating on my phone, which is
Okay.
coming in really quickly.
Hmm.
So
Here
Browns
we
are on
go.
the
Yeah, for
clock.
sure.
Man.
Man, this is. Oh, I would have loved to have Cam Ward in the New York market, but I hope to see him do well in
The
Tennessee for
Browns are
sure.
trading the number 5.
Oh.
Browns are getting out of it. I knew it. Jacksonville's moving up. There they are. Oh, well, here we go.
Oh
This is
hell.
this is Travis Hunter right here. This is the Travis Hunter pick.
Yeah, this has
Cleveland
to it has to
This
be.
has
trades
to
with
be. And I
Jacksonville.
like that for them, but they're not moving that far back. So he's gonna be a Jacksonville Jag. Wow. That's huge. So let's see what happens. Wow.
Cam
Let's
doesn't look all
see.
that happy, but
That's amazing to me.
So Cam
I
doesn't seem
thought
that happy.
I had a feeling it's just so crazy to see that I thought the Browns were going to stay there, but then all of a sudden, bam, it just hits you like out of nowhere. Especially with
Yeah.
now I mean, going to the Jags. Like whoa, like what happened? Like now I'm curious what the move is.
Dude, who
What
did the
to
Browns
get him?
want?
With the Browns, like what did they had to?
what if the Giants were going to get Abdul Carter, and then the did the Jags need an edge?
Can you imagine if
I
yeah,
mean, in
I don't
general
see the
and
Jags getting
figuratively,
Abdul
and
Carter.
okay, no,
I
okay.
really don't. I will say is that the Giants move off the pick. It's gonna have to be for the farm. You're gonna have to get a few, like maybe a couple ones because it's just you're not moving, especially for a couple blue chip players that are on the board up like Hunter
Yeah,
and
no, I
Carter.
agree.
No, there's no way. When you're picking that high, I mean the Giants like to pick high because we're just that franchise, right?
With that franchise,
We like to pick high for some reason.
yeah.
All right, Jags. Just send it. We already know you want Travis Hunter.
John Connor says after the Jacksonville traded, he said that hopefully they traded their owner. I don't know if they.
I
I don't
John,
know.
can't believe they
it's
traded the number 2 pick. That's crazy.
Saad Khan,
Hey,
yeah,
look, I mean, they figured they could go to 5. That's still a good position. There'll still be some good players.
for
Not the
sure.
the best of the best probably still. This is not a very heavy loaded draft class, but
Mm-mm.
there'll still be some good dudes
Oh,
at
for
5.
sure.
So why not? Now the Giants, on the other hand, we
Oh
need to just go on
man,
ahead. We need to just go on ahead
The best available.
and take the 3rd pick. Just go on ahead.
Twitter is going nuts.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, Twitter is off the chain right now. A lot of rumors.
of
A
course.
lot of. That's always how it is. I keep refreshing Twitter. Let me see.
Could you please
Oh
share
man.
our stream link on Twitter on your account? I did it earlier on Twitter, but I forgot to go back in and do it again. I'm about to do it again now.
Oh God.
Oh, my TV just blanked
This is
out.
too much time.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah, they got it. They got to. Oh, they got it. They have to know who they're picking. I mean, you trade up. Let's go. It's time to
Yeah,
go.
like what are we
Let's
doing?
go. What are we
They're
doing
stressing
here?
out in New
Come on.
York on purpose. This is on purpose. We're being attacked.
Oh, how could they? Oh, here it is. Jags receive a second, a fourth, and a sixth this year.
Damn.
Browns get the fifth overall this year. Second and a fourth and a first next year.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a
That's
lot.
huge.
That's a lot.
That's big trade. That's a lot. That's a lot. They gave up a second next year. Because that's interesting. The Browns. They move back. That's such a smart. I like that for the Browns because they need to get those picks back, especially after that horrendous Deshaun Watson
Yeah,
trade.
yeah,
Oh
that was
man.
that was
So they had
bad.
to get back for sure.
That was bad. Oh man.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Oh, now I know who John Connor is.
Okay, you got it.
He just texted me. Now I know exactly who it is. He's in disguise.
So he's the Terminator. He's the
He's
Terminator.
the Terminator, exactly. Yeah.
That's
Uh-huh.
funny.
That's fine. Yeah.
The pick is in. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
This is Travis Hunter. That's a huge trade for the Jags. They made a
It
splash and they
is.
certainly did. That'll put butts in seats, that's for sure.
It
Oh
will.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nice move. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
John is
Giants
making all kinds
Giants
of
select
jokes.
Sanders, Shador Sanders.
Oh
All right,
no.
take it easy.
Oh no. No, 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 no. I'm like going
Oh
through it
man.
right now. All of a sudden, I'm like spiraling. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I did see something in the draft rumor earlier this week that John Mara is staying out of the whole draft decisions. So
Huh.
that's gonna make things a little interesting tonight.
Yeah, thanks for
Especially,
that, dude. Thanks for that, John
Travis Hunter's
Mara.
just cheesing.
well, it's just one of those. Yeah, like I mean, I mean, some of the organizations split between Sanders and Dart. You know, I know Dayball really likes Dart, and then
Yeah, I bet he does.
Shane likes Sanders, I'm sure.
Okay, so
So
that doesn't sound like a cohesive decision-making process.
No.
no, it does not.
And if
Uh-uh.
Brian Daboll has the ego that we know he has, there's going to be a
Uh,
problem.
but it's just interesting because I did listen to Rex Ryan earlier this year or earlier this week about there's going to be some type of you know lack of cohesion, especially you're going to have different execs wanting different players, so it's going to
Okay.
happen in every organization.
Yeah.
All right, here comes. I'm just seeing the commission on my TV.
Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter.
Oh,
Come on.
Giants pick, come on.
We're not there yet.
We ain't there yet.
oh, they're doing the Walter Payton now. I thought they did this already. I guess they do it at the draft.
Why are they doing
I
the
didn't
Walter
realize that.
Payton and making us wait?
Mhm.
Yes.
This is torture.
If the Giants didn't pick at 3, they wouldn't have done this right here. They would have did it right before the Giants pick. They're just stalling. They're
It's
stalling.
nice that this young man received the award. It's very nice.
All right, now hurry up.
I really like this Browns trade more. I really do.
That was a very hefty trade.
Yeah, to give a future one.
It has to be
That's such a good move
Shador
for them.
or Travis, then, right? For them to give all that up,
Yeah.
gotta be Shador or Travis.
I think it's going to be Travis. If you're doing that, you're getting Travis Hunter.
Imagine. Yeah, you gotta get
If
a
you're
player
doing
like
that, you're
Travis
getting
Hunter.
Shador Sanders. Man, you're
There's no
trading.
way.
Absolutely.
You go for Travis Hunter. That's the best player in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, by far.
If they don't get Travis Hunter here,
Watch it be Shador.
there's going to be riots in Jacksonville. There's going to be riots. There'll be
I
riots.
know.
I mean, the Jags haven't had any, but have they ever had a real star quarterback? I'm trying to remember. I'm struggling.
You got to start running back.
He's announcing a trade.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
okay, never mind. Old news. Old news.
They try to trick you and
There
throw
it
a
is.
trap.
They gave him the
Yep.
wrong card. I think they gave him the wrong card.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Travis Hunter. That makes sense. Travis. I mean, it had to
How
be.
could you not
They
be?
gave they
Makes
gave
sense, yeah.
so much up to get to that spot. It had to be somebody like that they would do that. And that makes sense.
Abdul Carter. Let's hear it.
That's
We're
that's
getting
what we need. We need
Abdul
Abdul.
Carter.
we're getting Abdul Carter.
I don't think, Shador Sanders, again, they said that he was, that he was moving down in the draft for various non-football related reasons, I believe. But anyway, I don't think the Giants want that much diversity on their quarterback squad, and I don't pick him for that reason. And it's got to be Abdul. We've got to do it. I hope they don't screw this up. We need him. I think Russell we have Russell at the helm. He probably can hold it down for at least the season.
Duval. I like that draft hat. That's tight. It's got that drip. Oh, okay, okay.
Travis Hunter is very excited to be going to
He's
Jacksonville.
Oh yeah.
very excited. He's
Oh
super
yeah.
duper
He said, "I'm
excited.
going to Florida. I'm not going
Oh
to be in
damn.
Cleveland."
Oh no, yeah, he's going to Florida. He's chilling.
Yeah, he can get his swirl on down
He's about
there.
to be a Florida man.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Hope he don't get
The
into
Giants
this.
have been on the clock for 6 minutes. They gotta be fielding calls. You gotta be at this point. You're on the calls for 6 minutes now. Oof.
That's
Oh
crazy.
man,
This
I'm
is the most
nervous.
celebration I've seen
I'm
from
nervous.
an athlete.
And remember, Travis
I'm
got into some
so
trouble,
nervous right
so
now.
let's hope that Travis can,
I'm so,
not be distracted down there. But anyway,
I am so nervous.
He'll be distracted.
I'm putting my I'm putting my hat on front just for good luck because if I see any
is
other
that
pick
really
besides
good luck,
Abdul
Matt?
Carter,
Are you
I'm
making that up?
what's that?
Good luck. I'm putting it on front. Is it, the way you wear your hat is specific to good luck or bad luck?
I'm
Is
just
that
gonna
is
hold
that
the
right?
Eli
Yeah,
bobblehead.
a little bit of superstition for sure.
Come on,
But
Eli.
The Eli bobblehead.
I
Eli.
tell you, if it's not Abdul Carter and if it's Sanders, I'm probably gonna just throw my hat off
We
and
don't
just
need we I don't think that
this.
that's not gonna it's not gonna work out. It's gonna be a
If it's
disaster if it's
neither of them, I'm
Sanders.
gonna crash out.
You know
It
what's
could
crazy?
be diving in a rough quarterback.
If
Will
it's
happen.
just not Abdul
I do
Carter, I
think
might crash out.
I have a gut feeling it's gonna be Sanders. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's my gut. The Giants need a future quarterback, and
We do.
they gotta save their job, and this is
True.
this is the pick to do it. Regardless, I just feel like in some selfish form they're gonna have to swing at a quarterback, and it's got to hit because they duck and swam with Daniel Jones, and the pick is in. Oh no, here it
Oh
comes.
boy, here we go. Here
Oh,
we
here it
go. Here we
comes.
go. Don't say anything, man, because you're ahead
I'm
of us.
not.
Don't say anything. Just let it happen. We'll see it when we when we see it, and then try to react. I'm not gonna look at
Well,
the
you'll
chat
see.
because I don't want to know.
Bye bye.
They're still showing Travis Hunter on my screen.
They are still showing Travis Hunter on my screen as well.
Man, he might be slightly ahead of us.
Lots of highlights.
I really like that draft hat. I like that a lot.
I'm not really feeling the fuchsia jacket, but everybody has their own style.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the pink jacket.
Yeah, it's not
Doesn't
really doing
flow.
it for me. No,
Mm-mm.
no.
No.
No, maybe he wanted to
Let's go.
stand out, and that is working. He is definitely standing out. That's working for him.
It's too vibrant.
And just want to let everybody know who's on with us live is that we are staying on to see through the Cowboys pick, just to
Hmm.
see what is happening, give other reactions to the draft, but and also to continue to react to
They're not.
whatever this pick is for the Giants.
So they don't want to trade back. So that's interesting. They're gonna stay put, stay pat. I like this. I do like it. It's got to hit.
Okay.
I'm just nervous because I just don't know what they're gonna do. I just don't trust. I don't really trust Shane. I hate saying it. I just don't.
I
There's
don't trust
nothing
him
to trust
either.
about
I
him.
don't. I
There's
don't
nothing to
either.
trust.
I don't trust
There's
that
nothing to
man.
trust. Mm-mm.
I don't. Where this future is going with this franchise, I don't. And I hate saying that as a Giants fan. I mean, I know I have friends that call me pessimist, but I don't know. It's just being a realist. I
Yeah.
I
just
agree.
I'm being a realist with everybody. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Okay, the pick has been in, dude. Whoever's talking, this.
Yeah,
But
like why are we just dragging this on? This is so
Well, there he
dragged.
is. There's Mara. Oh man,
oh
Why are
god.
they showing him? This is not good.
he
All
doesn't
right,
look happy.
I'm like
Mara does not look happy at
I'm like three
all.
to 5 seconds. Why is Brian Dable rubbing his hands? Yeah, I'm like 3 or 4 seconds behind. So please don't say anything until we'll wait a minute. All right, so Yes, Abdul
The boy Abdul Carter.
They
Carter.
got it right.
Oh, so his mom is the one who is Muslim. Okay.
Yes.
Remember, I was commenting on that. I was like, who's the
They got
person
it
with the
right.
Abdul
Muslim mom?
Carter.
They got it
Well,
right.
wonderful.
It's about
Wonderful.
time.
He looks very smooth. I like his outfit. I'm going to do the fashion
Got it
report right
right.
now. I like his fashion out. His outfit is very fashion forward. I really like it. I like the drip
I like
with
the
the little
black.
diamond. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
It's a
I
nice
hope he's
chain.
happy. Welcome to New York, Abdul Carter.
Let's go. Oh
I'm
my
so
God.
happy because Shane and Dayball did not want to mortgage the future to sell out on oversell on a quarterback.
Yep.
Good for you guys, because I was so worried that they were going to go the opposite way and
Oh,
get
they
their
easily could
quarterback
have.
early.
It
Yeah,
would
I'm
have been a
so
waste of
happy.
it would have been a waste.
I'm
yeah,
so happy they did the right thing for the organization. Good for them.
yeah.
Good for
Okay,
them.
let's see.
I'm
Let's see the
happy.
hat. Let's see the hat. I do the
Okay,
all
okay,
black.
all
It's the
right.
black hat.
Ooh,
All right. We see you, Abdul. All right. Hope he's ready for New York.
He looks like he's ready. He's over here rubbing his hands together. He's like, I'm about to he's about
Carter,
to
let's
eat.
go. All right, Tibbs, you better step up,
Let's get
or
the
you're
guys in
getting
the
shipped
audience.
out. You better step up. That's what I'm about to
Maybe this
say.
will get Tibbs to step up.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
somebody's got to do it.
Exactly.
I'm
He's
not sure um, how we're going to make it work, but they got to do something. They got to do something.
They're
Hopefully,
gonna have to make it
Russell
work.
we'll figure it out on offense, and our defensive squad with new additions will do what they got to do. I mean, I
yeah.
mean, it's just one of those situations.
I think with this addition though, it puts in perspective what we needed to work on defensively because the run game was atrocious.
Yep.
And when you can't stop the run, it makes it so that the offense doesn't have to worry about throwing the football. And if that's what they're playing against in a modern day league where passing is primarily what you should be doing, that's really bad because that just shows that a team just can run all over you, and that's very demoralizing. And that sends a message that you're basically a pushover. That's how it feels. Watching when I was watching them and they were getting those crazy running yard plays on us and everything like that, I was like, bro, this is embarrassing. It just felt like you were watching a high school team getting just destroyed. It was pretty bad. There were times where I was like, this is not a professional football game. This is it just felt so amateur. No disrespect to any professional athletes, but
Is that hat sort of a throwback logo at the top? I think it's a little throwback. I'm not sure.
uh,
The Giants part of the hat. It's actually a lot going on in that top of that hat. Actually,
it's definitely a throwback. That's
That's
old.
interesting.
That's like early
So,
2000s.
like the giant,
uh,
like the way the Giants look, like the typeface for the Giants. So they're doing a little
Yeah.
something different. I think it's too much though. I think it's a little clunky, but
so,
whatever. We'll make it work.
so yeah, Abdul Carter grew up an Eagles fan.
Oh God.
Oh, that he's not even there. Oh, he's upset. Oh, he's upset. No, he's upset. Shador is upset. He's not even there. Ah, that's crazy.
So Shadur Sanders is throwing a fit. Is that what we're seeing?
He's not pictured, so I don't know where he's at. He must be upset. He wasn't going to New York. Well, he still
He
could go to New York. You never know. You never know with these things in the first round.
First round? We don't have any more first round pick. I guess they would someone want to trade down
They
to
could
the
trade up.
34th pick in round two for because that's the next pick for the Giants, second round, 34. How about that?
They could. They would have to trade up in the 20s to be able to get their quarterback, whoever it may be. Either a Jackson Dart if Shador is still available. Those are gonna or Jalen Milrow. I mean, I love that. I love Jalen Milrow too. He's got a big upside too. He's a little bit of a project, but I'm
yeah.
excited to see what he can bring to the table. But unbelievable. I'm just the only big surprise we've seen so far has been the Jaguars moving up. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
everything's kind of gone as planned.
Matt, are you not surprised that Shadur Sanders was not visibly present on
I'm
the
a little bit
sofa?
honestly, it reminds me of watching Draft Day with Kevin Costner and what you call it, Bo Callahan storming out. That's what that's exactly what it reminds me of. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie, but
It's
it's
been a
it, it's
while.
a
I have seen it. I have seen
it's
it.
a yeah, it's a good movie. It's definitely great for this time of year, but it just reminds me that he's not even at the front. That's just not a. I don't know if he was going to the bathroom or whatnot, but it just I don't
The
know.
timing's too perfect. I think he was a
The
little
timing
upset.
is off. Especially he probably thought he was going to go to New York, and he probably wanted to be in New York
And he
for
would have been
sure.
sitting there for sure if
He
they
want
didn't
wait, are
call
you
him.
saying he wanted to be in New York for the flex or because he thinks it's the right team for himself?
Well, I mean, I know the Giants. They went to see a private workout with him last week in Boulder, and he just probably felt like he probably made a good impression on him, but maybe take him 3 overall.
Right.
And now that they didn't, I mean, Shador could still go to the Giants unless they trade up in some way, shape. But the only two teams
That's a
that I
pipe
see in the
dream, man. It's not happening.
first round. I mean, it is a pipe dream for sure. I'm not saying I want him, but I'm just saying that if Shador wants to be a New York Giant, Giants are gonna have to trade up because I don't think Shador is getting out of the first round. I think he's gonna either go to the Saints, with Derek Carr, hobbling with his injury and history, and there's a lot of shakiness going on there, or the Steelers. And the Steelers don't really have a perennial passer. I mean, they have Skylar Thompson and
Hmm.
Mason Rudolph. So I'm sure they want to upgrade that
Oh,
quarterback room
amazing. Yes,
pretty soon.
that's
Yeah.
not that it's exciting of a
So
dudes at the helm there. It's not very exciting.
No.
Steelers.
uh-uh.
No.
So I will
They
say,
could
I
use a
mean,
shorter Sanders.
Knight's still young. I'm excited to
Yeah,
see
it
they made
is.
the right move. So I mean, I could sit back and relax a little bit.
Yeah, I don't
Sure.
feel as tense anymore. This is good. Um,
Yeah. So something happened.
For
Now the
sure.
other pieces of the puzzle need to work. That's all.
yeah.
Just need to fit all the pieces of the Giants puzzle in to make
Wow.
that work.
For sure.
Um, but
Still
Oh
got to beef up
man.
the offense. Gotta go for
Oh,
the
for
offensive
sure.
line. That offensive line, the people they keep bringing in are just journeymen or people who just came off of injuries. Like we got a
Uh-huh.
lineman that had a shoulder injury and he had to get surgery. Like
hmm
why are we getting people like that? I know we have
Uh-huh.
no money, but dang, like we need to beef up that line. I mean, we've been saying this for at least the last 10 years. It's
Yeah, they
upsetting.
they got it right. They got it right. Oh, that's such a breath of fresh air. Can sleep very soundly at night.
Do you
They got it
wonder
right.
if they were going to pick Travis, the Giants? Do you wonder?
Travis,
Do you wonder if that was their first choice, and then when he was gone, they said, "Okay, Abdul."
Probably.
if Travis Hunter's available, you take him.
Right,
Doesn't
right,
matter what you wanted.
yeah,
Oh, this is a good move. Bolster offensive line.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that. I like that for them. Good for them. That's
yeah.
get some protection for Drake May. Looks like
Maybe
he's
they
a
can.
big he's a big boy. Oh yeah.
Maybe they can do something. Not that I want them to, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't, I think his suit is a little retro and slightly
Uh,
ill-fitted, but I'm doing the fashion report of this podcast,
It does
so
look old.
it's a little ill-fitted.
Hmm.
It looks very
Yeah, I mean,
stiff.
yeah, I mean it's
It's
I'm
bold to
excited to
go for pinstripes. Bold. That's bold.
hmm. Yeah, I mean it's just something like I still like Drake May. I mean, some people I've talked to before don't like Drake May, but I think he's supposed to develop more. I think they got a good regime now with Mike Vrabel now, so I think they can make a deep playoff run for years, especially if Drake May can continue to play at a higher level. He played some pretty good ball last year.
Yeah, he actually
This
did. I
does
was
that for him.
surprised.
I'm, I'm sure. Did
This
the Patriots? They won more
At
games than the
least under the
Giants, correct?
Patriots. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. There you go.
That's not
yeah.
that hard. That's not that hard
And
though.
now Cleveland
Wasn't
Cleveland's
that
now
hard? Wasn't that hard?
and now Cleveland's at 5 after trading back from the second overall. Curious
So
who they
let's.
get.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting. Um, I mean,
The
they don't.
Browns.
I
The
don't know.
Browns.
Hmm.
They didn't think that's the thing. They didn't think Travis Corner was going to make a big impact because they just have other needs. Totally
Mm,
valid for them.
yeah,
Totally valid. I think it's a better fit for the Jags.
and they were, I guess, more.
Yeah, it
They were
is.
comfortable that whoever they want would be there at 5. It was a,
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
and they got so
Absolutely.
much for this pick. They got so much
They
to
did
trade
get the
for.
haul. They did.
Very smart. Very smart.
See, now how would you feel if the Giants moved out and not got Abdul Carter and gotten a boatload like the Browns? Would you have been okay with that? Moving back a few spots.
We're not in a position to move back.
Exactly. Exactly.
I
Why
don't.
why not why not?
I just feel like after all the mistakes we've made, we just need to get it friggin' right.
And you know what? Your season
That's
sucked.
fair.
You got the third pick.
That's
Why would
fair.
you want to be lower in the draft? You on look with honesty and
Yeah,
not trying very hard. They got only 3 wins for the season.
And if
That's
you want to
it.
think about it, we
that's fair.
wasted two top 10 picks on Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau. If you since you don't like Kayvon, if you look at it that way, we wasted two top 10 picks, and then we wasted a sixth pick on Daniel Jones. That's three top 10
True.
picks that
True.
were busts
Yeah, it's true.
in like a
Yep.
span of 5 years. You just got to get it right at three. You don't trade down. Trading down
Yeah,
is getting it wrong.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hear you. That makes sense. But you also
Hmm.
could make the counter argument of getting, future haul, getting a couple first rounders next year, and a
You
potential
could,
better quarterback class, and
but then that
get your guy
means
for the future.
now, hear me out. Contextually, that sounds fine if you don't include the fact that we gave away our franchise player in Saquon for free. We didn't get anything for him. He was just a
Nothing
free
for him.
agent. So, like,
Free.
we didn't get anything for that. He goes and gets a ring with your franchise rival. And now you're sitting there on your 100th season being your worst season record wise in franchise history. There's a
Hmm.
lot of bad things that make moving a bad idea. Like
Absolutely.
just specifically
Eh,
for what happened with us.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
It's just
true.
hard. It's tough to do that because what if you move and then the person you pick doesn't pan out? Now you got four top 10 draft picks that didn't work out in the last 6, 5 years, whatever it is. So I don't know. I mean, you could say the same thing about if Abdul Carter doesn't work out, but I don't want to speak that into
That's
existence.
no, that's totally valid. I
He
totally get
on
it.
paper, that's the correct pick. Now, if you're on the
Yeah, it
side of,
is.
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. I was
It
gonna say,
is. It is the right pick. I know
yeah,
moving down
it's
could
just
have been,
hard.
but I mean, there's a lot of unknowns, especially next
Yep.
year.
Yeah,
You still
absolutely.
don't know. I don't know if Shane and Dable are going to be there next year. I
I
don't.
don't I don't think so because
They
I
we're
don't
probably
not
think
can't
winning
so
wait
that
to
either.
many.
unload those guys, man.
We're
They
not
probably
winning that
can't
many
wait.
more games than what we did last
No.
year. We're going to win that
No.
most two
And
to three
hey, we
more.
could be right back in the top 5 draft picks
We
next
could
year
be.
Again,
because we could suck so bad that we end up there again.
And my thing is, Russell Wilson got
it's
banged up
true.
at all these other places he played at. What's going to be different
Hmm.
from being on the bottom five on some offensive line?
This is,
Like, there's a lot
yeah.
of bad things to think about coming into the season still.
Giants are just a hot dumpster fire.
Yes,
Who's
it's
gonna
bad.
inherit this hot dumpster fire?
John
I
Mara's
just
poor, unfortunate son.
yeah, pretty much.
He's
I
screwed when he gets it. When he takes over the reins, he's
I
screwed.
hope I'm proven wrong. I hope the Giants turn it around
I hope so
for the sake of
too.
all of us.
But you got to set your expectations low to be
It's true.
excited and surprised
I've set
later.
my sights low for years. I'm sick of it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sick of
understand.
it.
I understand. I felt that in my soul. I feel that in my
That's
soul.
my meltdown. I've been doing it for 10, 15 years. I'm sick of
I
it.
I
Sick
get
of
it.
it.
I
Been rooting
understand.
against them so I can get better picks, but the better picks that they get, they end up stinking up the joint.
Right.
So I can't
Even
win.
more, they contribute
I
to it
can't
being
win.
bad.
I
So
can't win.
I get it. I hear
Mason
you.
Graham goes to the Browns.
Okay.
Okay. All
So
right. That's
that's who they
good.
wanted.
That's who they wanted, and they were confident that he would be there.
Hmm. So you pair him with
Maybe
Miles Garrett. All right. There you go. That's a good move. Load
Yeah,
up
they
that
knew
D
the
line.
Giants didn't want him. They knew nobody was at the in the top four was looking at this pick.
no.
Yeah. No. I like that. Pairs them. I mean, you could have had Abdul Carter with him. Oh man, you
Could
can
have.
imagine Abdul Carter with Miles Garrett. That would have been scary.
They didn't want him. And if
But
they took
they
Abdul Carter
wanted the
from us,
value. They wanted the picks. Good, and that's smart. And that's real
yeah.
smart. Because the Browns are in rebuild. I mean, the Giants are in rebuild too, but
for like the sixth time in eight,
More,
and the
9 years.
thousand, yeah,
more than the sixth time. That's
more than the
Is
generous.
six,
it
yeah,
so
It's
nine
yeah.
it's
times in
bad.
9 years?
It effectively, yeah, every year has effectively been a rebuild off of the offset that we keep putting each season. Like we keep
Uh-huh.
going back a season and we just keep rebuilding and then we keep going back. So it's like you're just rebuilding from what you messed up.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much. Pretty much.
And it's a
Mason
horrible
Rudolph.
cycle for fans. It's horrible.
It's horrible. It's terrible.
Do
It's
you think
Sometimes
the
terrible.
Browns
Oh
fans are
man.
happy with their pick? Do you think that's something that they were hoping for
I'm sure you
a
had some fans
defensive
that wanted
lineman?
Travis Hunter. I'm sure there were some that, or majority. I'm not. I don't want to say majority. I'm sure a lot of fans just wanted Travis Hunter because that's a box office name. It brings attraction to the stadium. It brings
True.
a new type of environment or vibe to the team, if you will, because of how he is. He's a very showboaty type of person, so
Mm-hmm.
it would make it more entertaining. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't be upset with this pick. It's going to beef up that defense. It's going to make that front seven even more formidable. The same way that we just beefed up our front seven, which desperately needed a revamp. So
Mm-hmm.
I think they should be as happy as we are that we got Abdul Carter.
For sure.
True.
Yeah.
Because
And
having a
True.
front seven in your defense is like so key right now. A good
I'm
front
already
seven.
I'm calling this out right now. I'm already thinking the Giants are trading back in. They're getting rid of Thibodeau. They're sending him back in. I'm already calling it. I'm sending it in the universe. It's gonna happen.
And
Boom.
All
Let
right,
it
and what
happen. Let it
Kevin
be.
Thibodeau.
so in
Let
your
it be.
crystal ball, Matt, what pick would this be then, maybe?
This should probably be like the 20. I'm gonna say the 24th pick in the first round.
In-
That's pretty realistic.
Interesting.
That's pretty realistic.
I'm
Interesting.
I am gonna because they're gonna move up to get their guy because this they're on the hot seat. This next pick has to be a quarterback.
It has to
They
be
keep
100%.
they have to get it right. I mean, they could have had their cream of the crop last year with all these great quarterbacks, and now you get to go down in this year's draft knowing that you're on the hot seat. You hear Dayball, this quarterback whisperer, bam, you got to get it right. You got to make, you know, can't like you got to make it into gold. I mean, you got to
I
make
got
dirt
to
into
tell
gold.
You
you,
I
got to
don't know
hit
how
that
they're gonna do it,
jackpot.
but
If Dayball wants to ever be called quarterback whisperer again, he's got to do something to change the current history, recent history, I should say, because he definitely doesn't deserve that title now.
He's got a major blemish on that record now.
they have to
His name is
turn
Daniel
nothing.
Jones.
They basically have to turn nothing into something because their
Yes.
job is on the line because of the stupid Daniel Jones thing from last year, which I'll never get over. I
Nope.
never would have gave him that money.
Nope.
I would have gave Saquon that money. I would
Yep.
have kept that. I would have, obviously in a crystal ball it's easier to say, but I mean, how do you not know as a GM that that is your blood, sweat, and tears of your locker room at Saquon Barkley? I have a fan that says get over it,
Exactly.
but how do I get over that? Like, how do you not see
it's
that? Are you that
very
stupid?
challenging.
I mean,
Yes, they are that
Stupidity.
stupid.
look at
Yes.
Luca
It's
going to the
stupid.
Lakers, and everyone's talking about how crazy that was, and why would you let Luca go to the Lakers? And everyone's talking about how that was like a scam, and or rather, it was
Yeah.
like rigged
No.
and all this other stuff. It's the same thing, but like it's different because
Drives
Dallas
me
gave
nuts.
them away. It's worse.
Wow. Hold the
Ashton
phone. I wanted
Ashton
him to go to the
Genty,
Bears. That's a
running
good.
back
I wanted him to go
to
to
the
the
Raiders.
Bears. Oh, he went to the Raiders. All right. All right. That's a
They
good
did.
move.
I think that's a good move for them. I think they
They
definitely
still
need to.
don't have a quarterback. They're
Nope.
getting these they're getting a running back. I like their Brock Bowers. They still don't have a quarterback. Oh
Who
man.
who do they have as a quarterback now? Is it some journeyman? Who's the journeyman that they
I
have
think
there?
it's Gardner. I don't know. It might be Gardner Minshew. I don't even know. I think it
Oh
is
I think
God,
him.
it
is it
is
still
Gardner
him?
Minshew.
I think it
Oh
is
God, then.
Minshew.
Well, you know what? They signed Geno Smith. Remember, they signed
Oh,
Geno.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh
Thank you. Thank you. Geno Smith.
I
yeah,
just
Oh,
quickly looked it up. That's right. They
I'm
signed
not a
him.
Geno Smith fan. I'm
he's a
not.
journeyman.
He's a journeyman. He's a
He
journeyman.
is. He is a journeyman. And I like Pete Carroll. I mean, he's a good coach. He's a super winning head coach. I think he might be a little bit over head of the hill. I mean,
Yeah,
look at Belichick. I mean, the last half of his coaching career. Didn't have it. Didn't have it left anymore. He wasn't really a great talent evaluator. So, but I do like this move for the Raiders, though. It's really bolsters their running back thing.
After they
But
gave
Yeah.
away
running
what's
back
his face?
situation.
Josh Jacobs. After
I thought
Josh
they
Jacobs.
had Josh Jacobs. I was just about to say.
No,
Yeah, I thought they
they
had Josh
didn't pay him and
Jacobs.
he went to the where'd he go?
Oh, I see.
They got to get up
I
off of
forget what
that
team he
money.
was on.
They got to
He
pay
left
these
the same
guys.
year that Saquon and Derrick Henry almost left. They were the top three running backs
Oh,
that left. They're
that's
those
right.
three. They're
That's
the
right.
three-headed monsters. They're like these are the running backs that are going to change the course of running back history, and they did. Every single player went to a different team and did better with that team.
Uh-huh. No, I like that
Yeah.
move for them because that
This
really
young man
their
is very
offense.
happy. He's very uh, boisterous. He
All
really is going in on the commish. He was hugging him like it's his
love,
long
all
lost
love,
daddy.
all love. I'm really wondering where Shador's gonna go. That's
You
the
know
big
what?
question.
Okay, let me ask both of you the question. Now that we've seen the empty sofa with Shador, do you believe he's even there at all? Do you think he's left?
I
Was he
think he.
supposed
I
was
think
he
he's
supposed to
there.
be
I
there in
just
that room
think
with everybody, right? Or did he have his own private room? Because that sofa that didn't look like the room everybody's coming. That
No,
like
I
that
don't think some
open,
private room.
yeah.
I think he crashed out and left. That's
he
just my
could have
personal
been. Yeah,
take.
he could have easily crashed out. I mean, he was probably upset. He wanted to go to New York, big market.
And
I
he's
get it.
Deion Sanders'
Mm-hmm.
son. Like he has a big name to live up to.
He's a big name, all
There's a lot of
world, but
pressure.
I think he's built for the pressure and built for the moment. It just seems like he was born into it, ready to go. But it's just interesting because how is Deion Sanders' son going to make an impact, like especially without his father being under him? Like his father has coached him his whole life.
His
So this is
whole
gonna be the
life.
first time in his career that he's not had his father as a head coach or some
Well,
formal
as
Teams
far
probably
look,
decision.
looked at that.
as far as we know, he won't would not have his father as a coach in the NFL, as far as we know. But we
Well, it
understand
also
that personality and that Dion could
well.
wiggle his way into some sort of coaching position. How about that?
Well, it also bears the question when you pick Shador Sanders, especially in a shaky quarterback, especially shaky GM coach situation, it starts the rumblings. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
is Deion Sanders going to come coach this team next year if this coaching regime is under fire? That's going to come. That media is going to come with hot fire. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge thing, and that's going to be the talk of the town for whoever gets him. Sure. Unless they have a solidified coach. Like I think a perfect situation for Shador is the Steelers. I really do. I mean,
That's
you
what they're
gotta.
saying because of the relationship he could potentially build with my boy at the helm and that experience, and they had that swagger, similar sort of arrogant swagger
Mhm.
and coaching style as Dion. So I really believe that it could be a good pick. But when did the Steelers pick? It's like what, 20 something?
21.
Yeah. And so at
Yeah,
that
21, yeah.
point,
he's got some
at
time.
that point, the kid's gonna be insulted, right?
Yeah.
Because
He's probably
he
already insulted.
he's
Uh-huh.
one. I mean, obviously, because he was not visibly present in that shot that
Hmm.
they showed us.
Hmm.
But Mike
Yeah.
Tomlin is definitely going to be the type of coach I think even remind him probably of his dad a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah.
and keep him under control because I don't think he'll be easily controlled by other coaches. I don't.
Who's that?
Shador, I don't think he'll be easily controlled by other coaches on these other teams. I think he needs someone who's sort of firm
I
and
agree.
no nonsense like a Mike Tomlin.
Structure. I totally agree. Yeah, because he needs to kind of go through the punches, if you will, being an NFL starting quarterback. I know he's done it
Absolutely.
at the collegiate level, but he only really has 1 or 2 years of really big time starter experience. I mean, I mean, Jackson State, yeah, that's good, but it's also, it's small time. It's I
Hmm.
think what Division 2, something like that. And then you go to Division 1, but you had a couple years that you lit it up. Yeah, you had 70%, completion rate and all that. They got their number retired. That's all well and good, but it's kind of what you do from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when the real, that's when your NFL life begins, and you kind of, reset the bar and you start over. In a sense, you keep building
I
on what you're
agree.
trying to prove.
I think that
That's
might be some of the concern that these teams have is would he be able to reset like that? And having been spoiled by having his daddy telling him what to do and calling the shots and making it easy for him to be the guy that he wanted to be.
that's a
I
fair
think
argument for sure.
that
That I'm sure that's played a factor, without a doubt. And I
I
think
agree.
that's going to be coming in. A lot of questions I'm sure a lot of these scouts have asked him. Like, oh, how about how's your daddy made an important role in your life? And, like, well, we're going to run things a little differently around here. Are you going to go run to daddy? That's something that I'm sure some of these scouts might have asked. I mean, we've heard so many rumors about some of these interviews going south with Shador. I mean, we don't know for certain, but you never know. You never know
right,
with these things behind closed doors. A lot of things you
right.
don't know. So it's a very good point. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they saw enough in the interviews that they know the personality and whether or not would be personality would be manageable. The Jets pick. Oh, well, let's see what our fellow New York team what they have in
Here we
store
go
for
with the
us.
Jets again. Oh man.
Oh God.
Another resetting team,
Shador Sanders.
rejiggering. Could that happen?
Don't do
Could
that.
that happen?
No, I'm just kidding.
You had me for a second. I was like, what?
Oh man, that's a good move for
Shador.
them. Yeah, solidify that offensive line. Good for them. Yep, that's what they needed.
He
Help
doesn't
out
look.
Justin
He,
Fields.
he looks slightly
He
happy, but
doesn't look that happy. He's like,
maybe
just give me
not. He
that
looks
Jets.
slightly happy. He's
Yeah, he
like,
does.
yeah, the Jets. His
The
family's very
Jets.
happy
Yeah.
because he's of African descent. I see his father's dressed in traditional clothing, which is very nice. I'm going to critique the father. He's more dressed up than Armand.
Yeah, if I were him, I wouldn't be excited to go to the Jets either. Dysfunction of franchise that is.
He knows
Ugh.
what's in store there. But you know what? He'll be in the New York, New Jersey area. He can have some good times, some good clubs, some good club, maybe some good, visits to some nice spots in the city,
Uh-huh.
when he can,
He can do that. I don't think
just,
he cares about
it's
that.
just not, he'll have all this money. He could go, he'll be able to get he can get a penthouse in the city if he wants, overlooking the Hudson. I mean,
I don't know about that.
all right, maybe not. I was just, it's a fantasy type life.
It's a
Wow,
good fantasy.
the Panthers have already picked.
That's him. Yeah,
They knew who they wanted.
he doesn't. He's like, hey, thanks. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to the Jets.
He's like, yeah, 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 yeah. Thanks. But no thanks.
Yeah,
So he's at home, I guess.
I would
Looks like,
imagine. Mm-hmm.
yeah, looks like he's home. I wonder
Uh-huh.
why he didn't. I guess maybe because he wanted to be with his families. I think there's a limit on how many people maybe you can bring or the affordability of bringing them, right? Because I don't know that they're writing, they're sending everybody plane tickets in your family to go to the draft in person. So maybe he wanted to be with his family. I don't know.
Yeah, here comes the woes, the Jet woes. That's
Poor
funny.
Jets.
No, I don't say poor Jets. Not
It's funny.
Jets,
me.
they're very. I mean, we have been tortured, but let me tell you something. They have been really tortured.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
it's
Really
bad.
That is
tortured over
It's
the
true.
years.
bad.
Yeah, that is true.
It has been so long since
It
they've
could.
had anything worth watching.
You know what? I have a question for the panel now. We're talking about the Jets. I
Hmm.
wonder what's worse, being a Jets fan or being a Cowboy fan? I don't know what's worse. They're both pretty bad.
Well, if you're
Hmm.
gonna go off of actually being a fan, Cowboys, because they're so delusional, they set themselves up every year for failure.
That is true.
Every year,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we'll
they
get them
win it.
next
They want to
year.
win it every year. Right. They're like,
We'll
oh,
get
we're
there
winning this
next
year.
year,
We're gonna win it this year. We're gonna win it this year.
and then as soon
Being
as they lose,
hopeful
we'll
is a
get there
nice
next
quality,
year.
though. Being hopeful has a nice qualities to it,
There's
though.
hopeful and delusional though, and they're drawing that line, and it's like
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly. Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
telling
yeah.
my mom this earlier this week, I saw a clip. This guy was saying Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts both lived their entire lives, graduated from high school, went to college, got drafted at two separate times, and both made it to an NFC championship before the Cowboys have in the last 30 years.
That's an insane
Like, and
Very
one of
like
them
true.
got a
stat.
chip. One of them went to the Super Bowl and won.
That's
It
true.
it's crazy. Like it's crazy. Like
Oh
that's
man.
how miserable it has to be a Cowboys fan. And you're supposed to be America's team, and you can't even make it
Uh,
out the first round.
yeah. Oh
These days, they're
man.
not even making it to the playoffs.
Nope.
So I don't know how you're America's team and you've been failing that long.
Oh, I don't even know.
Other
I
than
think
that,
they're
they're worth over $1 billion.
for sure. I mean, it can't get any worse when
Ooh,
your GM
excuse me.
son's on Madden
Oh God.
trying to figure out what roster moves to make for Woody Johnson. So
Mm-mm-mm.
that's pretty bad.
It
It's
Pretty
kind of
is.
that
bad.
bad.
And
Oh
you got
For
yeah.
Jerry
anyone
Jones
who's
sitting there wasting money.
if anyone has joined us just moments ago, we commented on the Giants picking Abdul Carter. We are happy about that. It is a good move. We just hope that they can get other pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Matt already believes that they're going to unload some guys to go higher in the to get another pick in the first round,
I do.
and unload specifically Kayvon Thibodeau.
Yeah, I want to hear from the chat. What do you guys think? Should we use Kayvon to move up in this draft, get your franchise quarterback? Let's hear
I
it in
will
the
let you
chat.
know what. Let's see. I'll let you know
Let's
what
hear
they
it.
say. I will let you know what they're saying.
Absolutely.
I don't
Oh
think
I
yeah.
Kayvon
not
should
Kayvon.
be. I don't think Kayvon should be let go, but that's just me. I'm biased. But I mean, if you got rid of him and you got picks for it, I would say it's worth it. Instead of just letting him go, like we let Saquon Barkley leave for nothing.
Right, right.
If we're gonna let
Yes.
people go, let them go for something instead of just letting
That's
them
great.
leave and
That's
walk out.
valid. I think
We
that
picked him
would
at
be it
five.
would be a better move. Yeah.
Wasn't Kayvon picked at five? He was fifth pick, right?
But
I
number five,
think
yep.
yeah.
He was
He
five.
was high
So
And
up.
you can
Yeah.
also you can throw in Evan Neal too. You can throw him in the back seat. Here you go. Here's
He's
some
hasn't
Hershey
been
Kisses in the back seat.
he hasn't been
Here you
worth
go.
anything.
if you throw
Evan
Evan
Neal
Neal
been
and
worth nothing.
Kayvon out, I don't see anything wrong with that.
No, this
Me neither. Me
but
neither.
the thing is like
I've seen enough.
who's giving up their pick in the early in the first 30 in the remaining first 30 picks in the first round. Who would give up for those two schmucks?
A
Who
team
would give it
that
up?
has nothing else really looking forward for them. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
quite a few teams out there like that, but
Teams who can potentially try to save Thibodeau and Neal.
they got
But
Shador Sanders is
I
the best available.
ever since Evan Neal made that service comment to those servers about the McDonald's,
Uh-huh.
I have lost so much respect
Same.
for him as a person because there's so many people who work in the service industry. You know, it's just
Absolutely.
a slap in the face to them. It's just then no, then you're not a blue collar person.
And he
Like you
stunk
don't
up the
respect the
joint.
blue collar people. You just don't.
He's not
It's not right.
respectable and he stunk up the joint.
And he
Absolutely.
stinks.
He
He
he wasn't
stinks to
he
boot.
wasn't even good. Like
Like I'm never
if
gonna let that go. What he said.
yeah, no.
I'm never gonna let that go. What Evan Neal said
And then to go out there and
because
perform like that and then
yeah,
be
I know
injury prone.
exactly. And you can't
Who's this
play.
guy? Tyler Rowan McMillan goes to the Panthers, wide
That's a
receiver from
surprise.
Arizona. That's interesting.
Seems kind of random.
It's interesting.
That's an interesting pick.
Yes. He's wearing a traditional Hawaiian, looks like
Hmm.
lei of some kind.
So this is where potentially Shador could go. They've been saying it. Number 9 to the Saints.
That would be interesting.
When the
Uh,
Saints march
he wouldn't
in.
have to change some of his attire. Could say the same. The colors are some are just like the Colorado Buffaloes, the same colors. So if he has a
Oh
match,
yeah, a little
he already
bit.
has some
Yeah.
matching kicks already. He can wear those.
Sure. Big facts. Big facts. Yeah. So,
This
but
guy,
hey,
let me do my fashion report. His suit is tailored, so I appreciate that. He's wearing a Joker type color purple suit. It's very nice. Not
It
crazy
is
about
a
the
uh,
nice
color,
suit.
but it's a nice suit and well fitted. And I'm glad he went and got it tailored. It's important.
well, the Saints pick is in. So
They're
this
just
Uh-oh.
is,
moving. They're moving along.
I'm
Uh-oh.
telling you right now.
Maybe it is Shador.
It could
Pretty
be Shador here. It would not shock me. This could not shock me. I don't know. I know Mina Kimes from ESPN was even saying like I don't know. I don't know if it's a good fit, especially with that offensive line shaky. Not crazy about the support system. Chris Olave is definitely injury prone. Shout out, it's
Wow.
just it's tough. Like their defense isn't that good. I know it's a new system. I like Kellen Moore, so they're building something there. They're in kind of a rebuild. Derek Carr is on his way out. I don't care what anybody says. He's just a stopgap, the bridge.
I agree.
So
His time has
And
come.
yeah,
John Connor
for
says,
sure.
please let him go to New Orleans so Kalijah Cansey can sack him all day. Who's
Yeah,
Kalijah
you know what's
Cansey?
funny about John Connors? It's funny about him. His team is the Bucks, and
Yes, he's been talking
and
about them in the
yeah,
chat.
that's all we talk about is the Bucks. Yeah, and his team is I mean, it's like this. He can't get over the hump. Ever since Brady got there, he got him his diamonds and rings. So I don't know if the Bucks can get over the hump either, because that's why
No,
he's
that
he's
was
talking he's talking about his NFC South all day. But yeah, I don't know about the Bucks. Bucks are cool. I'm not gonna disrespect, but I
yeah.
like the Bucks.
John says
I used to
Bucks
live in
are
that Tampa
amazing.
area.
He's saying that
I
Bucks are
I used to live
Of
amazing.
in
course he's
Tampa
saying that.
area, so. I used to live in Tampa, so I kind of I like that town. It's a cool town. Got a lot of fun things to do, but yeah, it's just again, like Tampa needs to get over the hump at some point.
Yeah, I agree.
It's true.
I
Yeah.
do like God. I mean they got over the hump with Brady, but like they just have a great team. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin took less money. He was supposed to go to New England, and then he stayed in Tampa. And I still like their defense. They still got a great defense. I just not crazy. I'm not a Todd Bowles fan. I don't know how John thinks of him as, but I'm just not a big Todd Bowles fan. I just
Is he
think he's
still
just
there?
a
He's there in Tampa?
Tampa. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. I don't know. It's just again it's the same old hump problem with
Yeah.
Todd Bowles. He's always
I thought
been
he
kind
had
of like a
moved on.
wishy-washy coach, but
Yeah. I thought Todd had moved on from there.
They committed. They kept Todd Bowles.
come on, Saints. Pick Shador.
They probably are picking Shador Sanders
I can you imagine if Shador fell to the Giants though? I mean
all the
I
way into the second.
no, late first round. I just don't think he's getting past the Steelers. I just don't. I really
The
don't.
Steelers will take him. Steelers would take him if
Absolutely.
he's available. I
I
mean,
think
it's a
so.
long way to go still.
Oh yeah,
And
long way to go.
we got to get through the Cowboys at 12.
Ugh, the snoozers.
I
Sick of the Cowboys. Same old team.
wonder who
Same
they're
old, same
picking.
old.
All right, time for the
Wow, Saints
Saints.
haven't drafted a quarterback, really? This is 1971? Wow, interesting.
What?
That's a hot stat. They have
That's
not taken a
crazy.
first round quarterback since
Archie Manning.
1971.
Holy heck.
Could this be the Shador Sanders? Oh, see that guy on the right? He's got that big smirk. He's like, "Oh, this is Shador. This is Shador. Here it is."
I think it's Shador too. It
I do
makes
too.
sense. I think they're gonna do this. They're gonna get Shador, and as they should. He's available, and they need him. They definitely need him. Hell, the Giants need him, but yeah, that's a whole other story.
I'm just worried that Russell Wilson's going to put us in quarterback purgatory next year and not being able to trade up and get a better quarterback next
He
year. Or
he
if you're
could.
not going to get a
We
quarterback
could
this
have a
draft.
halfway decent record and be too high up to get
I
a
agree.
really good quarterback. Or he could
That's the
get hurt
issue.
early on, and then we have a shitty season again.
And there's like
Mm,
no in between.
Yeah. Let's see what we got.
okay. Okay. All right.
Wow, no Shador here either. Kelvin
Nope.
Banks Jr.
Wow.
OT. Oh, he's at
Yep.
home. Oh, he got a baby mama. I think there's a ooh, hit the hit the baby's head.
The baby mama.
Actually, hit the
Telling you
baby's
this.
head.
Shador's going to be falling big time. Oh
Wow.
man.
Oh, he's crying. Oh, well, that's sweet. He's already got the
Wow.
ready-made family, the baby mama, and hopefully he'll, if he hasn't married her, he will, and will stay this. I would advise the young man to try not to screw up and keep his family
She's
together.
jostling the baby while she's clapping.
To the baby's like, what is going on? The baby's sleep is like, what the heck is going on here?
The Bears
The Bears.
pick is in already. I wish the Giants could just get Arch Manning and just
Is he in
live
the draft
happily
though
ever.
this year, or was he staying?
Mm,
Is he going back to school for another year?
he's going. He's gonna be at Texas for a while. Yeah. I just wish to keep the Mannings going. Just let's keep
At
it
some
going.
point, at
We've
some
had
point,
good
we do need to give that up too. We need to move on and try to find our
true.
next
I agree.
dynasty.
Well, it bit us in the you know what because we listened to the Manning family about Daniel Jones. So I do agree with you. We need to move on. It's time to move on.
Yeah,
Stop
they've
listening
had
to
their
that crap.
chance.
Yes.
This young man is crying and is boohooing his heart out with his hat, the brim of the hat, all the way down
Aw.
to his almost to his chin, trying to hide. But that's sweet though. I'm glad he's real emotional.
Yeah,
Everybody's
they
patting
they
him.
put
That's
a lot
nice.
of blood, sweat, and tears into getting to the NFL.
Oh, he's really covering his face. Oh, that's so sad. He's just so happy. Oh, that's sweet. So, I always wonder, you know, I guess they have a bunch of hats where he is. I mean, wherever he is, they've just got several hats. And
More than
Uh-huh.
likely.
they've got the hats there and they hand them a hat. Yeah. Bears pick is in. Bears pick is in. Oh, they're mentioning the schedule?
The girl on the right's from NFL Network, and the girl on the left's from
She is.
ESPN. Yeah.
Huh. All right. He's got two more picks, and then we can see the Cowboys and
And then we're done.
exit stage left. I just want to see if they're going to be upset with their pick or not. It's kind of petty. I
That's
just I
right.
just
It is
I just
petty, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it.
Laura Rutledge. Yeah.
who's
Okay, so
this
that
All
out
right. This
here?
is drawn out now.
it is drawing
Yeah,
out.
like what are we doing?
Come on.
They could have just, released say, oh, we just released it and then went back to the picks. I mean, nobody, it's great. We'll look at it later. Oh, you know what? They're showing those games, those international games, and where those are going to be and what days and all that stuff. Because they're really trying to they're trying to expand their revenue stream overseas as much as possible.
It's making
Oh,
money in America is not
they're not
enough.
even telling us about the schedule right now. They're telling us that it's coming out on May 14th. They could have put this as a crawl on the bottom of the screen. They didn't need to have these broads out there talking about this.
Men are simple. They see two attractive blondes, they'll pay attention.
They probably didn't even listen to a word that any of them said.
That's the
They're
best part
probably on the
too.
NFLF. Where's the schedule? You idiots. They said it's the May 14th.
Yeah, they're booing now.
Here he goes. I don't know that I've
Oh, they're booing
heard,
the Bears. That's funny. Nobody likes the Bears. It's funny.
but I don't remember the commissioner getting booed so much in a draft.
Oh,
They're
he
booing the
always does.
Bears. They boo the Bears.
Nobody likes the commissioner. He's been getting booed for a very long time.
All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
The
They keep
cheesehead.
booing him.
A lot of Packers fans there. That's why.
Hmm. Oh, they're mentioning a Hall of Famer now that passed.
Quick question for the panel. Do we like Roger Goodell as a commish?
I don't particularly like the man, but
I think he's all
he's
right.
he keeps football watchable, so it's more watchable than watching basketball sometimes. Because sometimes basketball,
Oh man,
within five
that's
There you
bad.
seconds.
go.
I
That's
mean,
There you
bad.
go.
because sometimes basketball, like they're just
That's bad.
traveling 24/7. They travel
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
24/7. Every play is a travel every
Mm-hmm.
time, and they don't
Yeah.
call it. And it's
They
unwatchable. And
don't
then
call
and they shoot from
it.
like the half court line. It's like, can we just like what happened to ISO basketball? They just put it up. You pass it to them, they just don't waste no time. They pull up and shoot. They waste no
Yep.
time. It's just
That's
catch and
that's
shoot.
right.
That's boring.
Catch and shoot. Yeah,
I
that's
blame Steph
basketball
Curry and
today.
Klay Thompson. It's all their fault.
Wait, are they really celebrating the 50th anniversary of Walter Payton's selection? Is they're really celebrating someone's selection now at these things?
Walter Payton
Granted,
is
granted,
Walter
it
Payton's
is Walter
goaded.
Payton. Granted, it is Walter Payton,
He's goaded.
but it is adding an extra, stretching this
Because
out
they
more
got
than it needs
nothing
to
else to
be.
celebrate. Because
They have
the
nothing else
Bears.
to celebrate at all.
It's terrible. A death and the 50th anniversary of Walter Payton.
Well,
Ooh,
there's the Walter Payton Award.
I like this guy. He's a good player.
I
Great
see it
pick
on
for
my
them.
phone.
Wow.
Oh, a tight end, huh? All right.
Oh yeah. Good tight end out of Michigan.
That's good for
Actually
Caleb
play him.
Williams.
I actually know him because I play a lot of college football using Michigan. So it's how I know some of these players. Because in recent memory, I couldn't even remember these players and college football wasn't out. So,
This is a
so it's
great pick
nice.
for Caleb Williams, man. He definitely needs
Yes,
a
it
reliable
is.
tight end.
Yep, they're getting him help. Good. Yeah, that's good.
They're doing it right, slowly but surely.
Yeah, I mean,
I like what they're doing.
it's the slow rebuild, and I noticed the little diversity on their front office. There's much more diverse than the Giants front office, but that's besides the point. But anyway, um,
Oh God.
true. There was a
Oh my
lot of
goodness.
diversity in that front office. I
Oh, you're
noticed these things.
funny.
I noticed these things,
Yeah,
but
I hear what you're saying.
but it's been a slow process for the Bears, and I want to see. I'd love to see Caleb succeed, and
Yeah, I like Caleb. I do.
yeah,
Yeah, I do too.
I'd like to
Do
see him
like Caleb
succeed
for what he is
in
for
Still got to
sure.
beef up that offensive line, though. They got the same situation the Giants got.
hmm It's true. Yeah,
The
because he was
offensive line
getting
is bad.
was it? Yeah, it was. He was getting rocked a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
every quarterback that goes to Chicago gets beat up. Whether it's on the field or in a back alley, you never know the difference.
yeah, yeah. All right.
Oh
Well, there you
man.
go.
But these are
Let's.
solid
The
picks.
Niners are ready.
Oh
One more, and
man.
then we're done. Come on, and the pick is in.
I think the son is trying to get back to streaming or something.
No, just playing
His
video
video games.
games.
Yeah. See, what the
Dallas.
son wants to do.
Dallas. I'd say if I'm a player, I don't even want to get drafted to Dallas. No desire.
Yeah, I wouldn't want
No
to play
desire to
it. I
play
would not
for
want to play
Jared
there.
Wolf.
Especially if I was
Yeah.
a Giants fan. Oh man, I'd be so mad. Get me out of here. Trade me
Oh yeah.
But I think you give all that stuff up, right?
for
When
the
you're
money.
going into the draft, all of your fandom goes away, and you become the fan of the team that drafts you.
I
That's it.
become the fan of the money if you want to be honest.
Well, that
That's
means it means the same. It means the same thing.
yeah,
It means the
well,
same thing.
Abdul Carter grew up an Eagles fan, so he's gonna have to get that Eagles crap out of his head. He's a Giant
He's
now,
got it.
so
He's got
Yeah,
it.
he better be extra brutal against Eagles teammates or excuse me,
oh yeah,
opponents. Eagles
big
Opponents.
opponents,
time,
Yeah.
big
not
facts.
teammates. Not no
Oh, big
sabotage.
facts. Oh yeah. Oh man,
That also means he hates the Cowboys, so at least he'll probably play extra
that's
rough
right.
against them too.
And at least he's got that. At
Oh,
least
for
he's got
sure.
that.
We
We'll
both
see
hate the
what happens.
Cowboys.
I think you know what we didn't talk about this, but I think there's going to be some good gelling across the team
I
with
agree.
with Russell
Yeah,
Wilson
and
leading
Jameis
at the
Winston.
helm. Yeah,
Yeah,
the two of them at the helm with these young guys, combined also with Malik Neighbors from who somehow was miraculously able to have a fantastic season despite the 3-14 record of the Giants. I
and
think
Daniel
that
Jones being his quarterback
right.
for a
So
little bit of that.
so I'm thinking that the combination of Russell, Jameis, who is a very devout Christian, his positivity, and I'm sure he'll have the team praying a lot.
Let's pray that the line doesn't get Russell Wilson killed.
Yes, yes,
Oh man.
exactly.
The same
Yeah.
way he prays not to throw picks.
That's the same way he prays for the Lord to deliver him from those pick sixes.
No, no, no pick sixes, please. No
Oh,
pick sixes and
jeez.
no picks.
But I think that, the leadership is the on the field leadership is there now. And getting a young guy like Abdul Carter, it's going to help. And I think that he'll get some good mentorship from people that look like
Yeah.
himself. And so it's a good thing. Otherwise we'll see what the Giants do with I guess tomorrow and when they have those other picks, unless they do what Matt says and find a
Trade
way
up.
to wiggle
Trade
their
up.
wiggle their way up
Tr-
into the
Trade
round
up.
one again
Trade up.
with some sort of fancy
If they really trade
thing.
up, that's crazy.
They're
If
gonna
they
have to
really
they're gonna have to save their job at some point. They got to get their guy.
think about who they might get
So,
fired on the other end at the other franchise for
Yeah.
see,
trading the
here's the
pick.
interesting thing I saw uh, is that if the Giants trade up in the first round, that
Hmm.
automatically, in a sense, kind of saves Dayball and Shane because in a sense for 2 more years because it's like, all right, look, we have this quarterback, we draft him in the first round, let's see him develop potentially, unless you get a quarterback in the second round. It's not really like you're not really married to Shane and Dayball then because it's like
True.
first and second pick, first round, second round. I know it's both high draft picks, but it makes you seem like, well, it could be uh, you're not as really invested. I mean, when you invest in first round choice, first round draft pick, it's different. I don't know. I don't know what both of you think on about this, but does it save their franchise in terms of saving their job, taking a quarterback, trading up for a quarterback, and giving them
I don't know.
another wiggle
Oh,
room?
look who's showing his face. Shadur Sanders.
Yep, there he is.
I don't know where he is though. He definitely isn't in a normal space with everyone else.
Current starting quarterbacks Anthony Richardson / Daniel Jones. I love that.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
How bad is it that that's the combination for the Colts? Like, how bad is that their quarterbacks include
I'm so happy he's
Daniel?
not on I'm so happy he's not on the Giants anymore. Oh, it's like a weight's been lifted off my
Why they have to
chest.
put Daniel Jones's name up there though?
I don't understand. Are they not? Maybe it's not clear whether or not he'll be a starter. Like maybe it's still
It's
up.
never clear.
Daniel Jones.
I
Daniel
can't believe
Jones
they
will
No,
put
always
his name up there.
be Daniel Jones will
they.
always be etched in our memories forever.
He will be.
Another.
He'll be in my nightmares.
Oh, they're running a video.
I'm just watching a Super Bowl and he's throwing interceptions left and right. It's some alternate reality where
This is a military clip.
the pick is in.
Spinning.
So can
They
we
should be telling us.
yeah, can we just why are they
We have
dragging this?
we have to watch a USO clip.
Hmm.
The
They're
draft is long and
dragging.
the draft is long enough where they don't need to add extra fodder. They just don't.
Yeah, this is just dragging it.
I know it's salute to service and all that. That's great, but you know what? Could we just have those clips online? I mean, it's mean of me, but whatever,
They got commercial breaks for that stuff.
it's
Respectfully.
true. They could have. You're right, because we have to watch commercials anyway. They could show them those clips, and then we just see the commercials, and then we go
Yeah, that's
right
what
back
they
into
usually
the play.
do at regular games.
It's true. We get to see different things. All right,
We
what's
do
this?
commercial breaks and they do this.
He needs to just keep moving because the boos are bad tonight for him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they got a defensive end. Okay. All
There you
right.
go. Here's Dallas. Dallas has a minute and a half left to make their
Thank
choice. Come on,
goodness.
Jerry. Come
Thank
on,
goodness.
Jerry.
All right, Jerry, time to waste another season. Here we go.
And I was gonna say earlier that Dallas was gonna go to the end of the clock because that's how Jerry rolls. He never he all his contract negotiation is right up to the wire of like right before a game is starting. So this is
Hey, he's
so
like nickel and
typical.
diming.
This is so typical of the
Hmm.
Cowboys to be just right down to the very last second of actually announcing their pick. Unbelievable. We're now under a minute. I mean, I don't think anybody has gone this low in the clock tonight.
Pick is in. There we go.
Shadur Sanders, they can't do
Oh
No.
that.
man.
They spent so much money on. I think they're
If
too
they pick
invested in
Oh
Dak.
man, that would be a
They're too
wild.
vested. They're too vested. Although Jerry's wild, they
Can you
invested already so
imagine? Oh
much in Dak.
man.
They've
Dion,
invested. Yes, I'm telling you, it's the
Cowboys. The media
perfect
would
storm
lose its
there.
mind. The media
The
would lose
perfect.
its mind if this is
I
Shador.
don't even know that they imagined that Shadur would be there, and that maybe is why they took so long. Could be.
Dion's gonna be the head coach in like a year. This is can you imagine we
Hmm.
go out, we leave this live stream on a bang with Shador? Oh man, that would be
That'd be
insane.
crazy.
All
That
right,
would be
nobody's
wild.
saying. Everybody, we have to. Don't say anything bad. I'm not going to say anything. We're all still at different times of seeing this information, but
Of course.
I um I do think that they have invested in Dak. But it's Jerry, and he doesn't care about stuff like that. So never mind. Yeah.
Well,
So
you've definitely seen him try to trade for Trey Lance a couple years
yeah.
ago, but obviously it was a kind of a head scratcher move. I don't even think he's with the team anymore. Trey
No.
Lance. I think he's with Baltimore now.
Yeah, I think they released him. Yeah, they released him.
Dallas. Dallas sucks.
No, who?
Dallas sucks.
Yeah, Trey Lance was on the team this past season, wasn't he? He was a backup, wasn't he? Or was that 2 seasons
Oh, he's
ago?
laughing. Oh, here he comes.
Trey
Okay,
Lance
let's
is the
see.
49ers quarterback, wasn't he?
Okay, there you go. Okay, he's still there?
I
I thought
don't
they had
know.
unloaded him too.
Be something stupid. Be a stupid pick.
Mm.
Come on, be
Okay.
stupid.
He's excited
Okay.
to go to a loser. Congratulations.
There's
Go
great
to a
history there.
loser.
There's great history there, man. There's great history.
And a whole lot of
I
losing
know.
in
I
the
know.
first round of the
They're going to be
playoffs.
losing. They're
I don't
just
know
going to be
that this
going.
is
They're
gonna.
going to lose. You waste
I
your
think
talent.
this is just another bust for Cowboys, and so be it. It's fine. It's a great way to end. We Nothing exciting happened here. Um, they must have something else up their sleeve. I have to believe that, but whatever. We're happy that
They always
everybody.
get a lineman, and the lineman always sucks. It's kind of funny. Every time. Every time.
Yeah, big
He's
facts.
very happy though. He's actually running on his tippy toes, which is a little suspect. But you know what? I'm not
Little
gonna. I'm
sus.
not. I shouldn't say that. It's already
Yeah.
said, so it is what it is. But hopefully things work out for the young man down in Texas. But we're happy that we were able to go live and share our happiness for not a major screw up. But let's hope that they do something with Bill Carter. The whole team can do something together and have a good season. Any other final thoughts from you guys?
I think the Giants did a very good job. They did exactly what they were supposed to do, and the Cowboys screwed up.
I'm I think they did the right thing, even though that this GM coaching combination is on the hot seat. Not forcing a quarterback there at three,
Yep.
sitting at your board, taking the right player available, and they did the absolute right thing,
Yep.
pairing him with sexy Dexter Lawrence, and people like Brian Burns, and hopefully if
Yeah.
Thibodeau can
Yeah.
be fitting for them, maybe he can play a lot better next year. If he can light a fire under him, because he's definitely on the hot seat for sure.
Oh
Should he still
yeah,
be
But
there and
I
not
think
traded away?
I think that defense is going to look a lot better next year. I
I
mean,
agree.
I'm already liking what they got from even prior drafts with Tyler Nubin and what have you. So
Yeah,
I'm
Tyler
very
Newton's a good
excited
pick.
to see how this all fits
Hmm.
with this new defense, and hopefully we can get our quarterback later in this draft. And I think that the Giants are looking, on the up and ups. I'm sure we talk about Russell Wilson and everything, but proven winner, from before, and
Yeah,
Jameis as well. Good locker room
yeah.
combination. So I'm hoping that culture there changes. Now they have a
Oh yeah.
little bit of a foundation now, a quarterback,
They
like
have
you
some they
mentioned
have some
earlier before.
quarterbacks that with soul, with some sort of with actual personality.
Yep.
Because
So for sure.
Daniel Jones was a wet noodle. That's it.
Yeah, he really was. He really was.
Yes. Mm,
He really
for
was.
sure.
Just to close out with a comment from Frank again. He says, just for the record, Jerry has selected 4 All-Pros with their first round picks with CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons and Zach Martin. So
And
he
where'd
was,
that get them? Out in the
Yeah,
first round of the
exactly.
playoffs.
Where
Who
did that
cares?
get them? Exactly.
Have you seen them? And that's
Same old
coming from
problem.
Giants fans who haven't done anything as well. But you're saying it like they did a good job. Where did it take them?
Yeah.
Where did it take them?
Matt, is your father a Cowboys fan?
Is he a Cowboys fan? No.
Oh, okay. I
No,
was
no,
just
no.
wondering.
No,
You
he's not
asked
a
that with such a
no.
horrified tone.
It's because of him. It's because of him I'm wearing this Giant stuff.
Okay, all right,
I
all
was
right. Well,
born
he seemed to
into
be
it.
saying
It's
such
because of
positive
him.
things. He was saying
No, he
positive
no.
things about
I
Jerry.
I will say this. He used to be a Cowboy fan when he was younger, back in like the 70s. He liked the star with Staubach and all that. He used to grow up in the 70s,
He got
But
brainwashed.
it's well, I'm glad he chose to be a Giants fan because of this man right here. I'm wearing him right here, Lawrence Taylor.
Ab-
So
Lois Taylor,
absolutely,
baby.
that's right.
absolutely,
That's exactly why.
absolutely. All right,
Oh
guys.
man.
It was great seeing everybody for this another draft, crazy draft night. Nothing too bad happened with the Giants, so I'm grateful for that. But let's see how the preseason activities go and camp this summer, and let's keep the front office and Joe Shane off of cameras and recordings.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And please, John
For
Mara, I hope you're
sure.
still taking your melatonin. It'll be okay, brother.
Well,
We'll get there.
thank you. Thank you so much for both you guys having me on your show.
Thank
Really
you for
means a
being
lot.
here, Matt.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Thank you.
Look forward to I thank you for letting me share this moment with you guys, and look forward to the future. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, take
Go Big
care
Blue.
and go Giants.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, of course. Always subscribe. Please subscribe. Thanks. All right, the stream is over, gentlemen.
We did it.
We did it.